right here to my left. It is Tuesday, July 3rd, 2001, and we're getting a little giddy here before the holiday.
It's good to see all of you. Breaking news overnight, right?
Yeah, this involves a woman. Her name is Anne Marie Smith. She's a 39-year-old flight attendant based in San Francisco.
And also, I think everybody has fallen in love a little with somebody to the tunes of the Beach Boys, and you're going to see what happened when Paul Simon, Elton John, Billy Joel, Carly Simon, all of the legends of rock and roll got together to celebrate the music of Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. And of course, we have an interview with him this morning, and his rocky, rocky life is a cautionary tale, and we're going to hear about that.
But first, we do turn to our lead story, the latest developments in the case of the missing intern. As we mentioned, last night, Anne Marie Smith went public in an interview on the Fox News Channel, saying, one, she had an affair with Congressman Gary Condit from California.
Medicine cabinet and take out immediately if you have children.
And on the 4th of July, what would a 4th of July be without Beach Boys music? There was a recent tribute to Brian Wilson, who is the heart of the Beach Boys, and all the music greats of our day were there. Elton John, Billy Joel, Paul Simon. This is Billy Joel dancing with Elton John, but it was all a tribute to Brian Wilson. It's going to be on television tonight, and we'll give you a preview of it because he really has had such an enormous influence on today's music.
And now Tony Perkins has the weather. Can you do it? What's your favorite Beach Boy song?
Good Vibrations, I would have to say. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And that was a great night. I had the pleasure of covering it. Lots of fun. Want to show you what's happening with the weather right now. We are seeing the most active weather across Iowa into Illinois and Indiana this morning. Some strong thunderstorms moving through. We're
standing in the middle of Times Square, nobody around us, and over there everybody's cheering in the studio. What's wrong here? Good morning, America. I'm Charles Gibson.
I'm Diane Sawyer, and happy to see you on this July 3rd as we head into the big day tomorrow. Well, everybody turned out. Everybody for Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. What a life he has led. It is a really rocky story, as you're going to hear in this half hour. We're also going to show you scenes from the tribute to him with all the rock stars. Those are his daughters who form part of the group of Wilson Phillips, and they sang for him too at the tribute. So some great music coming up, and also an amazing...
When you say everybody turned out,
yeah.
Were you there?
The legends of rock and roll.
Oh.
Tony Perkins was there. I mean, what do you need?
Rock and roll, that's true, yes. But Billy Joel was there, Elton John was there, Paul Simon.
Yeah.
It was really quite a tribute, and we will show you much of it. Also, yesterday, you were talking about how to make the perfect body. Lara Spencer was showing you exercises that will make the perfect body. Today, we're going to tell you how to fake the perfect body. Apparently, you can take a swim.
After the hour now. Diane, back to you.
Thanks, Tony. Well, somebody said once that nobody will ever feel as young as they do when listening to the Beach Boys. And yet, Brian Wilson, the creator of so many of those songs, has been called the Mozart of pop. He's revered by his fellow musicians as the man whose intricate harmonies changed rock and roll forever. So they turned out in force to honor him at an all-star tribute at Radio City Music Hall, the starting off point for a recent conversation with him. We all thought we were hearing simple surfer melodies. Then you listen again. The legends of rock and roll, Carly Simon, Ricky Martin, Paul Simon, Elton John, and Billy Joel, turned out not because these are simple songs, but the work of genius. World, I lock out all my worries and my fears in my room. I can't imagine what it's like when you look up and see this parade of stars coming out to sing your songs.
It was the biggest night of my life. It was such a pump up, you know. I mean, it made my ego feel so good.
Do you love me? Do you? Paul Simon with the dense and complex harmonies of the song that began it. With their 20 gold albums, the Beach Boys defined a yearning, fun in a bittersweet new key. And when a group over in England heard it, they changed.
It was a question of saying, ye gods, this wonderful stuff is. Can we ever do better? They didn't know whether they could or not, but they tried hard, and certainly I tried too. And what came out was Sgt. Pepper.
Sgt. Pepper was inspired by the brand new complexity of Pet Sounds. After Pet Sounds came Good Vibrations, and ironically, both were written in the middle of a nervous breakdown.
Good, good, good. Good vibration, yeah.
It's been told as a cautionary tale of rock and roll, Wilson's untreated mental illness, his binge eating, weight ballooning to more than 300 pounds, his drug use, and the innocence, sweet innocence of the music with the horrifying riot in his head. Can you still remember what it was in those terrifying times? Can you still remember the feeling you had?
I had the feeling of being lost and confused, is the word, confused. I couldn't make heads from tails from something, you know.
Even today, he says, when he's on stage, surrounded by the music, the look in his eyes is sometimes of a man wrestling with something else.
So when we see you up on stage, when we see you playing, what are you thinking up there? Because you don't smile all the time necessarily. What are you thinking up there?
I'm thinking, God help me if I get these crazy thoughts in my head, you know. I have auditory hallucinations that I get.
Is it very, I guess, is it frightening when they come? What kind of hallucinations?
It's semi-shock, actually, you know, because there's a shock to it.
And you'll hear things, and loud things, or?
Voices saying, I'm going to hurt you, we're going to kill you, we're going to kill you, you know, crazy stuff, really crazy.
Wilson says he'll always be on medication, and that's not all he had to grapple with. 10 years ago, Primetime investigated Dr. Eugene Landy, Wilson's therapist, accused of isolating him and taking advantage by writing songs with his client.
But you were preparing to take a piece of a business transaction with your patient.
Yes. Negotiated by his lawyers, my lawyers, Brother Records lawyers, the manager, and everybody.
This is between you and the ethics of your profession. It has nothing to do with all the people who negotiated it.
You know, what you're saying is valid. In this whole situation, I never hurt Brian. I never intended in any way to do anything unethical.
After our report and after a lawsuit brought on by the Wilson family, Landy's medical license was revoked and he was barred from further contact with Wilson.
Dr. Eugene Landy was very much a part of your life.
Yeah.
And no contact with him now?
No, he moved away somewhere, I think Hawaii maybe.
The 90s finally brought better times. A new wife, 2 adopted daughters, and a reconciliation with his grown children, Carney and Wendy, both at Radio City paying tribute to their father.
Thank you so much! I'd like to thank all the artists that performed on this show, and I'm speechless. Such great versions of our songs. It's really fantastic.
Just a gift from his peers to the man who gave us all that music.
And you can see the whole all-star tribute to Brian Wilson on TNT tomorrow night. We'll be back.